order and ask Councilman Barton to lead us in the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Councilman Poole?
Here.
Councilman Cotton?
Here.
Councilman Littles?
Here.
Councilman Watson?
Here.
Councilman Barton?
Here.
Mayor Lovelace?
Here.
Quorum is present.
Approval of the minutes, last meeting.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Have a motion by Councilman Cotton, seconded by Councilman Littles. Any discussion? Councilman Poole?
Yes.
Councilman Cotton?
Yes.
Councilman Littles?
Yes.
Councilman Watson?
Yes.
Councilman Barton?
Yes.
Motion passes, minutes are approved.
And I'd like to welcome our one visitor today.
Overflow crowd.
I hope you didn't have any trouble finding a seat.
No.
I guess
Y'all wish
Christmas,
I got a problem coming. I come all the time anyway.
Christmas time. I hope everybody's out shopping here in Brewton.
That's right, that's right.
Approval of the agenda.
Copy of the agenda is up on the wall, and the council has a copy. Are there any additions or deletions to the agenda? All in favor of the agenda as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Ayes have it. Agenda is approved as presented.
Call on Councilman Watson for a recommendation of medical clinic board vacancy.
Mayor, I'd like to recommend Glennie Carter to serve on the medical clinic board. This is in the form of a motion.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Watson, seconded by Councilman Barton for Glennie Carter.
Glennie
Any
Carter.
discussion? Councilman Poole?
Yes.
Councilman Cotton?
Yeah.
Councilman Littles?
Yes.
Councilman Watson?
Yes.
Councilman Barton?
Yes.
Motion passes and Ms. Carter is appointed.
Next item is about employee wages. We had originally put into the budget a 2.5% wage increase to begin January 1st. But it would require another vote from the council at this time.
Mayor, I make the motion to approve the pay raise.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Watson, seconded by Councilman Barton. Any discussion?
They'll be on the first paycheck in January. They should see it then, shouldn't they? Okay.
Any further discussion? Councilman Poole?
No.
Councilman Cotton?
Yeah.
Councilman Littles?
Yes.
Councilman Watson?
Yes.
Councilman Barton?
Yes.
Motion passes by majority.
Next item is a natural gas public awareness resolution 13-1223.
Right, this covers a piece of documentation that comes out of the gas department, warning citizens, to check before they dig and just be careful where their pipelines are, but it does cost to put these out. So Public Service Commission did one of these last year. It only needed the mayor's signature. Now they want the entire council's signature on this document, but you still need to approve it regardless, and I recommend approval.
I make a motion to approve 13-1223.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Barton, second by Councilman Watson to approve the public awareness resolution. Any discussion? Councilman Poole?
Yes.
Councilman Cotton?
Yeah.
Councilman Littles?
Yes.
Councilman Watson?
Yes.
Councilman Barton?
Yes.
Motion passes and resolution is approved.
Next item is a request for parade permit, Councilman Watson.
Yes, sir. I was approached by the Brewton ADC about coming before council, asking permission for parade on January the 18th. It's be on a Saturday. They're gonna line up there high in Bay Trust beginning at 12 o'clock. And leave that going to Martin Luther King Drive to Blue Sportsman's Park. That's for their permission to do so. Yes.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Watson, second by Councilman Barton to approve the parade permit. Any discussion? Councilman Poole?
Yes.
Councilman Cotton?
Yeah.
Councilman Littles?
Yes.
Councilman Watson?
Yes.
Councilman Barton?
Yes.
Motion passes, permit is approved. Who'll come in and get the
Tony
application?
Watson will get with you.
Does the mayor have any announcements?
I think Chris Griffin is here today. to
Okay, that
make
was
a request.
actually my comment, but that's
Right.
okay. Yeah.
Go ahead, Chris.
Thank you, Mayor. I am Chris Griffin, I'm administrator at D.W. McMillan Hospital, and I understand from speaking with Mr. Uhouse, as you know, we're about to start an expansion project at the hospital. We had our kickoff last Thursday. The contractor has come to me and said they have a need to shut down the road for a temporary period to do utilities work, Edgewood Drive. I have some pictures. Would that, do we need that, or I can describe it? I think it might be better if I go ahead. I brought them. I might as well go ahead and hand them out if that's
Yeah.
okay.
fine.
There should be 6 of those. Can you just pass them there? As you know, drainage is a particular concern in that general area today. So one of the things we want to take care of as we do our construction is to be sure we have adequate drainage facilities. So to do that, one of the initial things that needs to happen is some utility work right at the entrance of Edgewood Drive, right where it connects with Belleville Avenue. The contractor tells me that it would take them approximately 1 week if they were able to shut that entryway down. To get that, they have to put in 2 15-inch drainage facilities. They have to build structure and all of that through there. From speaking with Mr. Uhouse, he said we would need to come to the council to request that. In addition, they would like the permission, and I don't know if the council gives this. You'll see where there's blue lines on your drawing. As a safety matter, they wanted to add some cross-hatching in the road where we anticipate walk traffic for contractors and such, and the 2 entryways into the areas where they will be storing materials and such. They would like the permission to be able to do that painting on the roadway there on Edgewood Drive, and then at the entrance of McMillan as you come from Edgewood. So that's the 2 requests I have. I will entertain questions, or...
Chris, this is the road where we're gonna narrow it,
That is correct.
so it'll be repaved anyway as far as
I think it's going to have to be repaved, yeah.
after this painting and all that. Do you have approximate dates when he wants to close
I
that
do.
road?
The schedule that they would desire would be the week of January the 13th.
So you would need, what, about a 2-week
No, he
window
says-
there in case of rain or something?
He did say that he would like some flexibility based on weather. Obviously, you would not want to have a large hole there in
But
the
he figured
roadway.
about a week is about how long?
He said 5 days they could get in,
5
get it
work
done.
days, he thinks?
Yes, 5 days, get it in, get it out, get it done, so.
Well, I think I'm probably one of the few that's gonna be inconvenienced, but
Well-
I'm good with that.
Well, our EMS is going to be inconvenienced by it, and that was one of my concerns too, that, you know, when they're making a run into the hospital, you know, having access to the emergency room with that blocked. I mean, we'll alternate route them through the parking lot if they're off Belleville, or if they're coming from 41, obviously they can come up from behind the hospital, but you'll still be able to access the parking lot off of McMillan. It'll still be available while that road is closed. So I expect we'll get a little bit of traffic through the parking lot. We'll have to be careful to make sure that doesn't get too bad. But unfortunately, I think it's going to be a little tough over there for the next 16 months as we try to get all this put together and like it needs to be. But hopefully this is the only road closing we will need.
And why don't, I know we said 5 working days, but why don't we say 7 working days in
Okay.
case everything takes a little longer, and I don't think you probably want to come back up here for an extra day or something. It wasn't that? It will rain. Yeah, well, I was talking about working days where you can in about a 2-week period of time.
And we will make sure, you know, we coordinate with the police, fire, make sure everybody's on board with when that, you know, exactly when it's taking place, just to be sure that there's no misunderstandings.
Do we need a motion for that?
Yeah, so I guess the motion would be for a 2-week window for about a 7-day working days during that 2 week.
And I'd say no earlier than the 13th of,
I'll make a motion
Second.
Motion by Councilman Cotton, second by Councilman Carter for closure. Any discussion?
Yes.
Closure and painting.
I would say the paint too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
While we're on the painting, what this blue etching will be on the streets, would there be a sign to accompany the etching to determine what the etching is for?
Yes,
For
we
the
can do that.
motorists.
And he's already taken the liberty of putting one sign up there, slow down, folks at work. And, I mean, he is very conscious about safety, and so he's really trying hard. So we can put up any signage that anybody deems necessary. It's like why we're asking for that. Is that what you're saying, Councilman Barton?
Crosswalk is what he's getting into, ones like this.
Right. So make sure they're adequately marked. Okay, I have no issue with that.
Yep. Okay.
Further discussion? Councilman Poole?
Yes.
Councilman Cotton?
Yes.
Councilman Lewis?
Yes.
Councilman Watson?
Yes.
Councilman Blunt?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you for your time and your support.
And Chris, if you had any problem with speed on that street, let us know and we can get Monty to help monitor that. a little
Okay,
closer.
I think.
Coming up the hill, sort of, that people wouldn't know is not.
Well, I think once we get into January, we're working on our change in parking policy now. There's not going to be any parking on that street come January, just due to the nature of where they want to put the work areas. And I think it's going to make it a little bit, it's going to be very noticeable as a work area, and I think that's why he's concerned about getting the crosswalks in and trying to get folks to slow down, so.
I'll look forward to the hospital when you're finished.
Me too. Thank you.
Thank you.
I make a motion to
Oh,
adjourn.
wait, Mr. Screves.
What's he want to do?
I just wanted to wish everybody from my family to your family a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'm looking forward to all my family being home for Christmas, and I know everyone else is too. And I'll just call on Councilman Barton first.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to take this opportunity also to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. And let's not forget our military, those who protect our democracy on a day-to-day basis here on American soil and also on foreign soil as well. Remember those guys. Thank you.
I'd say, we wish everybody a Merry Christmas, be safe, and we have a prosperous New Year.
I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and let us not forget those who are less fortunate than others, and we have a very safe holiday and a new year.
I wish everyone a happy, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and don't eat too much, and I hope everybody's back safely and sound.
Ho, ho, ho. A motion we adjourn.